it's Christina again. Today's video is going to be a little different from the other ones I've done. And today's video is all about packing. Woo. Yes, the dreaded packing. Everyone hates it, but we all gotta do it. But this packing video is going to be different because this is going to be packing for study abroad. And usually you go for about 4 months when you study abroad. So I'm going to help you decide what to bring and what to leave at home because it gets quite stressful at times. So guys, let's do this. Alright guys, so the first thing you want to do is to look at your luggage. And you have to go onto the website of your airline and they'll tell you how much they should weigh and everything. But generally you can buy them in sets, and this was a set. It also came with, hold on, let me get it. It also came with this like duffel bag thing, but I don't usually pack that. That's more for like day trips. But this came in a set. It was like $200 from BJ's, and this is the big suitcase, and I'll open it up. It's just red because red's easy to see off the belt thing. And here it's pretty standard. Got an inside pocket and the entire base compartment, and it's got these little strap things, but I don't ever actually use them. But what I will say I love about this specific type is that Samsonite is a really good brand name, and they each have 4 wheels. Can we count those? Let's count those. What? I can't even work. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 wheels. Holy crap. What? Sorry, they're going to be random hand gestures. I just don't know what else to do. And this is my carry-on. Excuse messiness. It's still not unpacked from when I went to Montreal. But same thing. Clothes and stuff in here. And then I usually bring my backpack. So this one I check. This is my carry-on, and then this is my bag that goes under my front seat. Or the seat in front of me, rather. Now I separate this out. And I usually do my electronics and everything I would need on the plane in this bag. And then I put my day's clothes, like I need like a week worth of clothes in this small one because of orientation. Because when I'm landing in Melbourne in February, I'm going to be going through like a week of orientation. So this is my orientation bag, and this has everything else in it. But I also like to put I try to put like any heavy shoes and my heaviest items in here. So that would be another, like a tip would be to keep your heavy items in here, but you still want your clothes, like your weekend clothes. And if we open this back up, you'll see very messily that, I don't know what that was, I have attempted to roll my clothing. And a tip from my one friend Mariah is that you should always roll your clothing. They take up less room, they get rid of all the air, and it's just nice to it's a fun little thing you can do. Now, when you start packing, there are a few things that you should, consider. And one of those things is the climate of where you're going. So if you're going to the UK, you obviously would want to pack a raincoat. But if you're going to Australia in the summer / the spring / summertime, you may want to bring it just in case, but you wouldn't need it as much. It's not like a necessary item. And you also have to take into account how long you're gonna be in your country that you're going to. And I'm going to be in Australia for 9 months. So I'm going for 9 months. So obviously I'm gonna need every single type of clothing there is under the rainbow. But what I'm planning to do is pack a lot of layers, and I'm going to pack a lot of layers, pack some sweaters, but then, pack shorts and bathing suits dresses that I can wear during the summer and springtime. It doesn't get really cold down there from what I've researched. It gets like, the lowest it gets is like 50 degrees, and I'm fine with just a sweatshirt on. So, I mean, I'm probably not going to be bringing my wool coat. Another tip from my friend Mariah. Mariah's getting lots of shout outs. Shout out to Mariah. Hey girl. Do not stress about it. Like, worst case scenario, you can buy anything you need in country. Like, you can buy it cheaply too. Like, I know if you're going to the UK, you can use Primark. We need to get Primark in America. That's all I'm gonna say. Because Primark is God. Just amazing. And then, so yeah, don't stress yourself out about it. Deep breath. Here, ready? We're gonna do deep breath. I expect you to take a deep breath with me. Deep breath, ready? And let it out. Feel better? Yay. So for clothes, you really want to try and be as comfortable as possible. If you have things that make you feel comfortable, but you know, are like dressier, then obviously pack those clothes. But if you're comfortable in sweats and sweatshirts every day, don't listen to what anyone tells you. It's college. You do what you want. I would only pack about 1 or 2 nicer outfits, but if you plan on going out like a lot, then you should probably pack more. But my standard is 1 to 2 dressier outfits. Big tip for packing your clothes is to pack things that you can mix and match. See, if you pack a mix and match, so you get more outfits with less clothes. I mean, it'll take a lot of work. You'll have to look at your wardrobe, but you're just like, they're like colors that go together, then pack them. Or maybe if you want to go out and buy like cheap sweaters or something, like cardigans, you just want to pair over like different color changing camis, and then throw a scarf over it. There are like 5 or 6 outfits that you have right there on their own. Then, you know, you gotta pack the necessities, right, ladies? Bras and panties, underwear, panties. Is panties a weird word to say? Panties. Alright, I'm gonna stop saying it. But, you know, you gotta pack the necessities, and I usually pack about 2 weeks worth, because, hey, you never know. But for bras, I usually bring about 4 or 5, and then just wash them, like, every other week. You guys do it too, okay? Don't hate, right? Now we're transitioning from clothes into everything else you need to pack. If you want to bring your laptop, my best bet is you have to get a converter, and you have to get a converter and an adapter. I have one where it's both, and it's for Europe, the UK, and Australia. So I just have everything I need for most of the countries I'm going to be visiting right there. A big thing that you should leave at home: hair dryers. Because it's just too much of a hassle to deal with the adapter and the converter, and you should just buy one in country. Same with a hair straightener. If you have a friend, you can, like a friend that you make over there that has a hair straightener or a hair dryer, you can just bum it off them. Or you can just drop like $5 and buy a new one, which a lot of people did while we were in Scotland, and it was just saved a lot of hassle. It was a hassle save. Alright. Papers. Doesn't even sound like a word anymore. Papers, and by papers I mean your passport, your visa information, your boarding pass, and your itinerary for the next day if you really want it. Now, you should keep that all in your bag that goes on underneath your seat, so you have it ready when you come landing, although it's really not that big of a deal if you don't. In the airport, you should be completely comfortable. If you want to wear your one sweatshirt, fine, to save room, perfect, that's great. If you want to wear your boots, that's fine, cool. Just be comfortable. Do not wear belts, do not wear jewelry, do not look like you're just walking out of a Victoria's Secret catalog. People will hate you. You're slowing down security for everyone else, and you're just making it difficult for the TSA. Make it easy on them. They have enough to do as it is. Let's be good. okay? No belts, no jewelry, nothing. No watches. I mean, you can wear a watch, but put it in your bag until you get through security. Haha. If you want to buy a water when you're in the airport, because my throat tends to get really dry because the recycled air in the airplane is really dry air. So I like to have water like at all times. And you can always ask the flight attendants for water. They'll be happy to give you some. And if you don't sleep well on flights, if you have like an iPad or something and just like stock it full with books and apps and music and movies, because some of the movies on the flight are good, but then the other ones you're just like, nah, I've already seen it, I don't want to see it again. But yes, do keep one stocked with all of your stuff on it, because that would be nice. So yeah, that's all I have on the airport. Now I'm just gonna finally wrap it up with a few tips. This is probably like the most important thing, because this is what me and my friends have actually come up with and what websites have said to do and stuff. But one of the big ones is pack everything you think you'll need, then take half of it out. Plain and simple. Out. No one ever complains about underpacking. Do you ever hear someone complain like, oh, I underpacked? No, it's always, oh, I packed too much, right? Right. Okay, case closed. The next one is layers and mix and match. Layers are gonna be your friend because you can take one off if you're too hot and put it back on if you're too cold. Done. Everyone knows about layers. Layers. Next tip is to research your climate. If you're going to France versus the UK versus Australia versus, hey, if you're coming to America and which side of the country you're going to be on, research it, because if you're coming to the Northeast in America, the winters get cold, but if you're going to California, the winters are mild, so just keep that in mind. Our next big tip is to pack for all reasonable weather. Again, if it's going to be 70 in the winter time, do you really want to pack your big heavy wool coat? Probably not. And you can just wear your sweatshirt around all the time, because 70 is really not that cold. Another one, don't stress about it. I mean, if you're stressing, like my friend Elisa says, just have your mom do it. Her mom packed her stuff for Scotland, and she was like, yeah, she just picked out all the things she wanted to bring, and then her mom packed it for her, because her mom could pack things much better than she could. So she's just like, Mom, can you do this for me? And her mom's like, sure. It didn't actually go like that, but that's a bit of dramatization, but you get the idea. Oh, and another big thing, I totally forgot about this, but when packing your jewelry, leave your nice things at home. Only bring costume jewelry. You don't want your really nice, you know, like your grandmother's ring or a necklace that really means a lot to you. You don't want them to get lost or stolen. And I mean, but if you can't live without it, I mean, of course bring it, but just keep in mind that you can lose it or it can get stolen. I have some advice from Mariah on my phone. Hold on, let me pull it up really quick. Alright. Mariah says, don't overthink it. And she also says, be smart about it. Roll everything up to save space. If you're bringing anything fragile, roll it up in your socks instead of like packing material to save space. And then I didn't even think of this one, to be honest, but if you're planning on bringing souvenirs back home, it's a good idea for you to pack another suitcase within your big one. So like if I put this one in here, or I have another black one that could fit in here, and just pack everything like around it and in it, you could save space that way. But whatever, I'm just throwing out tips. You can do what you will. There's a lot of problems with bringing, you know, souvenirs back for everyone, and you're like cramming to fit everything into your carry-on, so your luggage is under 50 pounds. So just be smart about it. Be smart, don't stress, and you'll be fine. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Christina.